All right, so what's up, everybody? Here it is, part two of our Get Ripped training program. So part two is going to focus on all upper body. So you see it's a couple different combos. We have a couple supersets, some straight sets in there. But the biggest thing, just like the rest of this program, is intensity and the recovery between your sets. They're 1 minute recovery. So even if you need to adjust your weight, go ahead and adjust your weight. So part two, all upper body, still got some isolation in there, still going to have a little bit of hypertrophy in there, but at the end of the day, it's about increasing your metabolic rate and increasing your intensity and working through this program. So get ready, let's go to work. All right, so here we go, part two of our Get Ripped training program. So as you see here, we're going to start with our bench press, traditional barbell bench. If you're just getting started, or if you're not, if you don't do bench press, some of our female athletes out there typically don't do bench press. You could always adjust and do the chest press machine or something like that, just to put an alternative in for this part of the exercise. But we are going to do 4 sets of 10, and we're going to keep that 1 minute recovery between sets. All right, then we're going to transition. We're going to go right into our back. So we have a push for the first exercise, then a pull. So we're going wide grip lat pull down on this. And you're going to have a slight lean back. You don't want to lean back too much and turn it more into a row. But it's still isolating your lats. Nice wide grip on that. Nice smooth pace. Keep that intensity up. And once again, it's 4 sets of 10. 1 minute recovery. Then we're going back to a push exercise, and this is our first superset combo. So we have our dumbbell incline press. As you see, we're working through the dumbbell with a nice incline, nice stable movement. We're still, remember, pushing the intensity, and we don't want the weight too light. As you see in here, I'm probably close to fatigue. I've made a point to record the 3rd and 4th sets of all of these exercises. So if you see me hit failure, which I think I'm going to do on this next set, it is what it is. That's part of the game, baby. Yep, there it is. So we want to maximize our reps. Remember, the target is 10. If you fall short by a rep or so, on the next set, just adjust your weight to make sure you still hit that 10. We still want some hypertrophy. We still want the opportunity to build new lean muscle during this Get Ripped program. Here's our superset, dumbbell prone bench row. So you're facing down in a prone position on the bench, grab your dumbbells. The bench is staying at an inclined position, so that way you get a good range of motion so your dumbbells don't hit the floor. So you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together, and we have a dumbbell row. After that dumbbell row, we're going back into our single exercises, which is our dumbbell military press, 4 sets of 10, 1 minute recovery, good upright position. Make sure your back's against the pad, your butt's pushed back. This is not upper chest, this is shoulders. So we want to make sure we're in a good isolated military position. Dumbbells drop right below your ears, so that way you get a good range of motion, and we're extending at the top. All right, now let's switch it up. Next one is our dumbbell standing Arnold press. So we do want to do these standing up. If you're not familiar with the Arnold press, it's your hands are inverted at the bottom position and you're rotating as you progress towards the top. So make sure your form is nice and steady on these, nice and smooth. If you do have any shoulder issues, you might want to adjust this or keep the weight very light if you have any irritation. And we're also supersetting this with dumbbell bent over reverse fly. So on this, we're not trying to target the back, even though it is a secondary muscle in this exercise. We're really going after the rear delt. So the back muscle on your shoulder, your rear delt is what we're trying to target here. So you want to keep those nice and wide. You're not rolling the dumbbells towards you. You're more pushing the dumbbell away from you. And once we get done with that, it's time for some barbell power curls. Good athletic stance, feet about shoulder width apart. And you want a nice tempo. You still want to tap your legs at the bottom point. Good isolated curl, but we call it a power curl because of that kind of motion as we drop that bar and explode back up to the top. And of course, this is going to be superset with the tricep. So we have a push-pull superset here, just like the last one, and we're going to go seated dumbbell tricep extension. So one single dumbbell seated overhead extension. If you guys do have any injuries right after this one, I actually put in an alternative exercise That way, if you have any impingements in your shoulder or your core or your lower back is not strong enough to hold that position, then I would recommend that you go ahead and use the alternative exercise, which here it is our plate loaded dip. So real simple bench dip. You want that plate to rest in your thigh, leg slightly bent, basically, which just helps stabilizes the plate. And this is an alternative for that superset combo. Probably should lock out a little more at the top. I'll go ahead and call myself out on that one. There it is, a little better. But basically, that's going to be an alternative exercise for anyone that needs to make that adjustment. All right, so now let's go into our dumbbell standing curl with rotation. So you see your palms are facing inside at the bottom and rotating as you progress that rep towards the top point. Nice range of motion on that. You see we're doing a lot of standing exercise too, which is also going to increase your metabolic rate, keep your core active. You're basically going to exert a little more energy. So that's why we're incorporating a lot of standing. So with that superset, now we're going to go to reverse grip. So you see the hands are inverted, and we're going tricep cable extension. So good lockout at the bottom. Squeeze the muscle. Make sure you get a good range of motion. Your arm should come up at least to 90 degrees, and make sure you lock that tricep out at the bottom. And guess what? Once that's complete, you're complete. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Share it with your workout partner. Share it with your friend. Hey, let's get to work. Let's get it going. Part 2. Part 3 is full body. Coming soon. Get ready. It's intense.